And welcome back to A Toy Kind of Mood, episode 76, Star Wars Celebration Kind of Mood. You've got Travis and Bobby back for this one. Travis was lucky enough to go. I was not. Trav, yeah, we get it. You got to go. Good for you.
I live in California.
I know. All right. So, how? From what I saw, it looked pretty badass. What were your thoughts on it?
It was fun. Didn't expect to go 2 days, so shout out to Derek Vision, our very own at Geeks Have Game.
Oh, Derek.
Derek, your buddy and mine. We got to hang out right before I left. How apropos on Friday night at the Hilton, have a few drinks, and with Patrick and Sarah, shout out to them, the biggest Star Wars nerds. I met them back at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2015, and we've been friends ever since, and it was great. We both had the kids, so we were walking around in the Leia River, got to hang out like Anakin and Padme. It was so adorable. Reliving episode 1. But yeah, we just had a great time on Friday, and Thursday I got to hang out with my buddies. Also, shout out to David Warren Hernandez, because he hooked up my buddy Dave Speck with a pass, and it was just cool. Everyone sharing their leftover passes, and it was all family fun and great friends at Star Wars Celebration. Just lots to do, lots of awesome stuff.
Nice. Awesome. All right, well, let's get into something that I was able to watch, the trailers.
Okay, great.
So we got Andor, Willow. Again, that's not Star Wars, but it is Lucasfilm.
Lucasfilm, yeah. I mean, they showed off Indiana Jones, just kind of a tease for, was it Indiana 5? Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
Yep.
And then Bad Batch Season 2, which I have not watched that trailer yet because I haven't finished Bad Batch, so I don't want anything spoiled.
Dude, come on.
I know. I just finished Rebels, so I'm jumping on a Bad Batch now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But Andor looked amazing.
Looks good.
And granted, that is one of those shows that is it's gonna be probably like one season only, because I think it leads into Rogue One. So but it looked fantastic. Willow looked great.
Yeah, I mean, I put that in there because I loved Willow as a kid, and it was kind of like my Lord of the Rings, my Game of Thrones as a kid, and so that I just was enamored by the whole lore of it. And I knew there were rumblings about this even 2 years ago, but I didn't know it was going to be a series on Disney Plus. I thought it was just like a reboot, remake movie, But now that it's a series, I'm like far more intrigued to see it. So we're seeing some returning faces and stuff. So yeah, willing to give it a shot. Willing to give Willow a shot. Yeah.
There we go. All right, now speaking of you did a lot. Good God, Hasbro.
Hold on 1 second. So Tales of the Jedi, that was on Saturday, and that's going to be an anthology animated series.
Ooh.
Ahsoka takes front and center in the first 3 episodes. They talked about it. They teased it.
Is that the one where we saw the animation or the work of like a young Dooku and a young?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other 3 episodes, I believe, will be a young Dooku and young Tarkin. As you know, that was Yoda's apprentice, was Dooku. So
yes,
that'll be very interesting to see how that worked out. That kind of seeing the Siths before they turn to the dark side as younglings. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I like the idea of an anthology series, just kind of Dave Filoni and company, just telling stories of, instead of having to create a whole big thing, just kind of attacking the sections of Star Wars that they really want to tell quickly without having to just produce
fleshing out the backstory.
Absolutely. That's what the Clone Wars did for, these beloved prequels. And as you know, of course, we celebrated the 45th anniversary of A New Hope last week. And then they celebrated the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones at Star Wars Celebration. So that was the main thing. They're selling Jango Fett merch and all that, but kind of just focusing in on episode 2. And it's kind of funny how when we watched it back then, we were like, that kind of sucked. And then now we're like, movie's awesome because of the Clone Wars. So yeah, fleshing out these stories is what they do best now.
And I think going back, and I'm going to say this when we talk about the Obi-Wan show, because I watched Obi-Wan. Fans hopefully kind of get their shit together about how they treat the younger stars. Because I mean, look at Hayden Christensen. I mean, he got so much shit for it wasn't his fault. It was bad writing and bad directing by Lucas. I mean, that's just it. But Anakin, I mean, Hayden took the blame for Anakin. Jake Lloyd, look, Jake Lloyd, was he a good actor? No, not really. Did they give Anakin horrible lines? Yeah, like Lucas gave Anakin in the prequels horrible lines. But the fans ripped the people apart. And we're kind of seeing that a little bit right now with Obi-Wan. And a lot of some fans are apparently going after the young actress who plays spoilers, Leia.
Really? I thought people enjoyed her performance. That was the buzz I got from Star Wars Celebration. I didn't really. I think the internet in real life are two different places, man. We know that. We're gonna talk all right, look, we're here for toys, right? We're gonna talk mostly Hasbro. I'm in a panel with the biggest fangirls, fanboys in the world. They waited a lot of these people that weren't media, VIP, whatever. They waited all day to get in this panel, and they were cheering everything. And when we're gonna talk about stuff that they shouldn't have cheered, and they cheered it. They yelled out, I just pre-ordered it. You know, these are diehard people. This is the real life. And then you got the internet, the couch quarterbacks, the couch coaches who are like, this sucks, it sucks, it sucks. It's two different worlds of Star Wars, man. Is. So Hayden Christensen is brought back because the fans wanted him back. The fans not on the internet that are hating him. As time went on, they were appreciating his efforts.
Because once again, the Clone Wars gave us an Anakin. They're like, oh, this should have been what Hayden was given. Like this type of stuff is what Anakin should have been given. And so, absolutely. And the way that, you know, they're going to work that into Obi-Wan, I really can't wait to see. What's a good example of a character being brought back via like they had like their first time. Oh, Andrew Garfield. Like I like this Spider-Man, but like everyone like hated his Spider-Man so much, like the internet did. But when they brought him back for No Way Home, everyone's like, "Oh, this is amazing! Where's his third movie?" It's like you kind of have to go see his movie the first time to get a third one. All right, so
Hayden was probably the most loved person this weekend, as far as like. What was that? Sorry,
I saw videos of Hayden, of Ewan McGregor, Sam Witwer doing his Darth Maul. I saw that video. So yeah, it looked like there was a lot of love going around, which there should be. If you're going to a Star Wars convention, there should be nothing but love at Star Wars convention. Now,
no, just tell you about maybe some of the panels I loved or whatever really quickly before we get into, you know, we talk toys all day, but, you know, Star Wars Celebration is a big deal and Star Wars is a big part of what we talk about. So first day, it didn't start off too well. We didn't get into the Lucasfilm panel, and it's weird because there's this like virtual, for people who haven't been to Star Wars Celebration, might help a lot. So there's like a virtual lottery just to get in certain panels, and you know, this is the one that Lucasfilm had, you know, like the everything we're talking about, right? Like the Andor and Willow and Mandalorian season 3 and all this stuff. So you had to you had to win a lottery just to get in the panel. And then they have these fast line things. And then I was in the car with my bud Dave Speck, 9 a.m. And so I'm getting in the lottery. That thing didn't load until after 10 o'clock. I had my phone, my battery's just draining for a good hour. And then by then it said, sorry, full. The light speed line to get in any of the stages just to watch it on a damn screen. So my biggest issue, Bobby, with Star Wars Celebration is in years past, they would show the entire panel on YouTube, and they do a great job with the coverage, you know, with the interviews, showing the guests and showing the floor exhibits and everything. But they didn't show they showed a lot of the panels, but a lot of the major panels they didn't. And my guess for this is with this COVID era, I feel like they want people to come to Celebration. I feel like if they give everything to you on a plate on the internet, especially people this virus and all this stuff, they're not going to come. So I feel like they're keeping certain things exclusive for the show, so that way it makes you want to go. So we don't like the Tales of the Jedi, that panel wasn't there. Several Lucasfilm panel, they had certain interviews, but the actual panel stuff is not on the internet. It may appear on the internet in a week, a few days, whatever, but right now they're holding that stuff to themselves. So it's kind of a bummer when you get to wait in these. Some guy said he got in line at 6 a.m. for an 11 a.m. panel and didn't get in because they wouldn't let them make lines. And so it was just a cluster fuck of people. And then he just finally, when there was a line, he was just in the back. And it was just a mess. So, it's the first convention back after a few years. So I'll give him a little bit of doubt. But that was the only negative. Otherwise, it was a beautiful show.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Real quick plunder. Did you get anything while you were there?
So the infamous convention exclusive thing, I posted this on Facebook, and it's okay because it worked and it didn't work. And I don't know. I don't get it. I know some people did this and then some people are using this as like a lottery. I don't know. I don't know if you use an app, you updated the app, use the web browser, use an iPhone, Android. There was a way to share this, and there was a way some people didn't. I don't know. Bobby, you tried?
I tried.
What did you use?
I used my phone. And what sucked was, so the first time I tried it, it said, update your app. Done. So I go in, update it, try it again. The Jon Favreau figure comes up, and there's a pre-order button, and how many you want to buy, and I went to go pre-order, and nothing. It wasn't lit up. So I went to go see if I could get like 2, just like, let's see what happens. And like none of the buttons were working on the screen. So
weird, very weird, because it worked for a lot of people and it didn't work for some. So I don't understand. It might have been just glitchy where it was like chance.
Probably. So, I mean, I talked to Dave about it, and Dave's like, if he doesn't want to keep it, he'll sell to me for price. I'm like, that's fine. Like, because because I have Lucas coming in this sometime. I have him with like my loot with a Big Bad. I've got Dave Filoni up there. Like I said, like I want my creator, so I do want this Jon Favreau. But just maybe, and I think maybe it was geolocation. I think you could tell if you weren't in California.
Maybe that might have been it. That might have been it.
That's what it is. Like they're like, oh, you're getting this from like all right. But I did find some really cool shit at Target the past week or so. So
cool. Is it Star Wars?
Of course. So cool. I'll go quick.
Sure.
We get more. I did find Echo. I got Echo, so now I've got my Bad Batch. They're completed. Oh wait, I need Omega. So
you got all the toys before you even watch the show?
Yes. Because I'm like halfway through the show. I love the show.
Oh, you're halfway through the show. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I love Wrecker. Because you got me Wrecker and Tech. You found me those.
And then when they showed the trailer off, of course they updated their look so that way they could they could just do easy repaints. And to Dave's dismay and many. Hey, but look,
I've got my original.
Yeah,
I'll probably keep with the original now. Because these are TVC, and they're in between TVC price and Black Series. I skipped 3PO because I just don't like 3PO. But I love the way these look. Let's see, Boba Fett and R2 from the Star Wars.
Oh, those are the TVC, yeah.
From the droids.
Those are cool.
I like for the longest time 3PO was everywhere, and I can still find 3PO pretty cheap. But look, I love R2. He's my favorite droid, and then this Boba is just cool looking. It is that 1970s animation to it. I think it looks great. That is and I did shoot. I found some pops. Hold on, let me dig under here. Yeah.
Your camera's a little glitchy. Oh no, now it's fine. I
Yeah.
don't know what
Well, that's
happened.
good. I ducked down. I did find Death Watch Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Love it.
That's a good one. And then because
I stayed away from Funko this whole weekend.
Smart.
I mean,
Smart.
those people are camping out and then they close it off. Oh, that's gorgeous.
And he's glowing in the
That's
dark,
gorgeous.
but I never come into my office in the dark, and so I don't know. I've never seen his lightsaber glow up. But that that care
Yeah.
from Visions is absolutely beautiful.
Cool. So I want another shout out.
Yes.
G.I. Joe Team's own Emily. She connected me with Whitney, and I got to meet Whitney from the Hasbro Star Wars team in person, and she hooked it up with the VIP ticket to the panel. And then, of course, they just put it on YouTube anyway. But at least I didn't have to wait in line for the panel that was going to be on YouTube,
And you get
which I kind of...
try to get me on the show.
Yeah, right? Let's do it. Plunder. Okay. So, of course, that retro box will show that on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
You got one, right?
Yeah,
so it was... I didn't get it in hand because it was only at the Disney park. Didn't go to Disney this weekend, but people were trying to flip that on the show floor for $150, and it's still on pre-order at the Disney store and Hasbro Pulse for $70. So get the hell out of here, right?
True.
Shout out to Pins on Fire because I didn't have to wait in that mega long fig pin line, and I just walked up and got the exclusive right away. So it's the prototype Boba Fett pin. So pretty cool. And it was kind of a pin kind of mood just because if you go to a bunch of panels, a bunch of exhibits, they just kind of give you pins when you buy things like shirts and stuff. So got a lot of cool.
I have a cork board with all my pins.
I do too.
Yeah, nice.
That's why. This is not a Star Wars item, but I'm a big Terminator fan. It is sci-fi, and this is the arcade Terminator.
Oh, that's cool.
Couldn't not get it. It's awesome, and I just bought it off a vendor for retail price or anything.
That's not bad.
Bought a bunch of stuff, but it's not Star Wars related. So we'll skip it and we'll get right. I'll just say two things about Celebration before we go.
Yeah.
Was the the Rancho Obi-Wan was awesome. So if you know anything about Rancho Obi-Wan, is that diehard collector who's been collecting. There's YouTube videos on this guy. I forgot the name, so I don't know the details. What were we saying? Sorry.
No, I was agreeing with you. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. So there was a museum exhibit called From Boba Fett to Bo-Katan, The Evolution of the Mandalorians, and it was really cool. I hope people got to see it. The thing I didn't get to see was the Mandalorian experience, which I heard was bar none the best thing at Celebration. It was like the models, props, and costumes from the Mandalorian, and Jon Favreau was there after the Lucasfilm panel. I guess he was the one who announced it. It wasn't even announced until the Lucasfilm panel. So I missed it, but there's tons of pictures online. It looks awesome. So I wish I was there. But overall, a pretty damn good show. I'd say I'll give it a 4 out of 5 whiskeys because the only thing holding me back is the fact that they're not showing a lot of the panels online. I get it, but it's really unfortunate that they're holding kind of stuff back from people. Because I was there and I went home and watched all of the footage on YouTube of stuff I didn't see, kind of forwarded through, and they didn't show a lot of the panels that I wanted to see. They showed kind of the smaller panels, so
I gotcha.
That's kind of a bummer. Other than that, great show.
Gotcha. All right. Now on to our namesake. Toys. All right.
Toys.
Oh, no, we did kind of touch on this a little bit. The Celebration Black Series exclusive Jon Favreau. He's Paz Vizsla. I wasn't able to get him. Here's the thing, you actually made a kind of a good point. Either you or Dave made an off the cuff joke, but it's kind of true. I've got Paz Vizsla. I could just find a Jon Favreau head.
Happy Hogan, yeah, and he was going for clearance. They were going for clearance on Black Friday.
But look, I keep them in the box. I need that exclusive box, so. I'll find them.
They're gonna jack up the price of that 2-pack now because everyone's gonna want to buy Happy for themselves, scribble a beard on it, and throw it in. But you know what? That face sculpt, when I first saw it, was like, what is this guy? He looks like, what's funny is he's an actual chef. So it was like, it looks like one of these celebrity chefs guys, kind of the puffy face, because we see a like more younger, chiseled look on, as Happy Hogan. But if you turn it to the side, I saw it in person. We'll show pictures. If you kind of keep it like this, the face sculpt looks just like John. It looks really good, but from the front, it's poor. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of angle it off a little bit, and it's a great set. The packaging is so cool.
Oh, the packaging.
So it's really you're gonna buy. Thankfully, yeah, there's better weathered effects on the original Paz Vizsla, but the fact that it's a different paint job, that with the Favreau sculpt, it's a fun exclusive. You don't need it. And if you went to Star Wars Celebration, you can get it. I think that's what exclusive should be. It's not like a Darth Maul I can't get or something. You don't need this, and if you want it, cool. Moving on.
All right. This, I saw it, and I'm like, this is one of the things I will have to get. The Ralph
Mcquarrie
concept art, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. Yeah, you're 100% true. Kenobi does kind of look like Terry Bradshaw.
That was other people said that. I thought it was hilarious. It's funny.
It's true. But the colors on it, the color scheme, the fact that it looks a lot more samurai-ish than what we got with Jedi. Granted, and it's that Ralph Mcquarrie like Vader helmet. Like the body stays the same. The body's fine, but that helmet, steep price for $60.
It's $55.99, but still. It's because two figures should be at most $49.99. But here's the deal: we're gonna talk about this later. Throughout Hasbro, I think with the pandemic and everything, they're seeing what's on. They're watching. Even Marvel Legends talks about it. They're looking at the eBay. They want the scalper money. Bottom line, they see so a lot of these things are getting resold. I mean, hey, I resold the Razor Crest.
Yep.
And for double the price. But that was my choice. I funded it. I didn't have room for it. That's the market. I made the money. What can you say? You know what I mean? Like, it was a pandemic. And so I think Hasbro, it's hard to blame them, but it's costing the regular fans out of the bit because they want in on that eBay price. And they're going to blame the COVID and shipping and plastics and all this. They're going to blame everything in the world. But it's got to be. They got to see what these things are flipping on the second market, and they want in on it. It's hard to blame them, but it is what it is.
It is hard to blame them. But on that same note, I think they're going to price themselves out.
They might. I mean, Star Wars fans will pay what they pay, but we'll see. I mean, some of this stuff is getting ridiculous.
Oh yeah. All right. Speaking of Hasbro, because this is pretty much all Hasbro. Black Series and Vintage Collection Wandering Obi-Wan, which includes Lola, which is great because I love Lola. I'll get that Black Series Obi-Wan. I'll wait to see in hand how the TVC Obi-Wan looks. Because there were certain times where they look fantastic and other times where like the Ahsoka just looks atrocious. But that Black Series Jedi and I mean, look, episode 1 and 2 of Obi-Wan so far, it's slow, but it's going somewhere. So I really dig it.
I think I love the premise. Seems like a lot of people are most people are enjoying it a lot and saying I'm hearing this is what the prequel should be. This is better than Book of Boba Fett. This and that, and the other, and then there's some people who are like, yeah, the acting isn't, Ewan McGregor aside, and we haven't seen, Darth Vader just yet. Yeah. But and yeah, by the way, if you haven't watched this yet, you should probably go watch it and then come back. But yeah, I mean, I love the characters. We're gonna talk about some of the figures in a while, but yeah, I like the premise. Yeah, it is. It's not perfect directing or perfect performances, but it's Star Wars. It's cool, and it's gonna fill in this long period of time that we need to know about Obi-Wan between the old school Obi-Wan and the newer one. So
because between episode 3 and 4, there's a 25-year gap that is easily able to be filled in, and we haven't been getting that filled in with Rebels, and then Rogue One, and then now Andor and Bad Batch. However, someone made a great point on. I was watching a TikTok video about this, and someone made a great point is that Obi-Wan is Luke in the sequels, right? Like he's given up. And they're like, oh, why is it? Like, because people are like, why is Obi-Wan giving up? Obi-Wan just lost a huge war. Like Yoda fled to Dagobah to escape being, to kind of like regroup. Obi-Wan lost his best friend.
Everyone. Everyone.
He lost Anakin. He lost. He's having to guard Luke. He's being hunted. He's had to like leave.
Yeah, he had a loved one as well in the Clone Wars. But yeah, the list goes on.
Right, but
he's lost a lot.
After the events of Revenge of the Sith, after Episode 3, Obi-Wan is a broken man. So yeah, he's not going to be like, let's go save the day. He's like, I'm done. I'm done. And he gives the Jedi like, listen, go bury your saber in the middle of the desert, change your name, and walk away. Like the Jedi are dead. And then you also saw a little bit when Leia falls, he's kind of taking himself away from the Force. Like he's having to like really, focus on the Force to save Leia from falling. So yeah, I think Ewan has done a great job of
yeah, and he did at the celebration did tease a season 2 or at least more of season 1, because he said, thanks for watching, episode 1 and 2, and of course 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then he said 7 and 8, 9 and 10, and then people are like, what does he mean by that? So yeah, it looks like they're on their way of making more of these, whether it's a extended season 1 or 2. So yeah, well, I'm very excited for Ewan McGregor to come back. It was his first Star Wars celebration, as he said, in front of a lot of people, and he seemed really excited. And yeah, he's as big a character now as he's up there when you're mentioning the Vader and the Luke and the Han Solo.
Yeah.
Now Obi-Wan was always kind of a secondary character and a very important character to the extended universe, but now to the mainstream, he's there's people probably hunting for Obi-Wan merch throughout the whole show over like the more popular stuff that they're used to. So pretty cool, great for him.
Now, the hero is only as good as the villain. And in this one, look, the Inquisitors are absolutely fantastic in this.
Super dope job. What great sculpts on all of them. Awesome.
The Grand Inquisitor, the fourth sister, the fifth brother, the third sister, just amazing.
Yep.
And I do love I can't think of her name right now. The third sister.
Moses, where is like her name is like almost like Moses or something. I don't know. I didn't put her in the notes because she was already revealed.
You're right.
Already. Reva is her character's name. Yeah.
Yes.
Moses Ingram.
Yes.
I believe is her name. So, her figure's dope, but was revealed last week.
But but like her character, I love that she's been abandoned by the Jedi. She does it. She's just that Sith that will step over everyone to get power. I love that.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because the Grand Inquisitor in the Clone Wars or Star Wars Rebels or whatever has a different look. So this could be, and Hasbro, we're talking toys. They love the remold, repaint, repack. This could be the like kind of the first Rupert Friend's character could be maybe this Inquisitor that has infinite lives. Like again, we're at episode 2. So we don't know. There could be another a really Grand Inquisitor. Go ahead, sorry.
I don't think he's dead. The face painting, like it's the same as one from Rebels. Look, look, if Darth Maul can be cut in half and be given robotic legs, he can survive a stabbing. All right. But I mean Rupert Friend, Raya Kistelt as the fourth.
Raya Kistelt, yep.
And then Sung Kang as the fifth brother. He is so good. He is really good, dude.
So good. The one thing I want to add about these figures before we forget is that, you know, the blades can
Yes.
be displayed just on the hilt, but they plug in the back, the hilt, and then it works together with the cape. So they really did, you know, we give them so much shit. In the last few streams, I didn't get anything. There's a lot of repacks, repaints, but they really finally used that money that we were giving them with the extra prices. Money for the repaints, they're investing it in all new molds and some new characters. And I was worried. I mean, once they showed the Inquisitors, I'm like, why are they showing this in the Hasbro panel when they already released it on, you know, IGN and CNET, all their media partners, all this stuff? I'm like, man, show us some stuff. And then they really kicked into high gear with the Fall of the Jedi line, if you want to go over that.
We can skip to the Fall of the Jedi. I mean, I was just gonna do the BBC Jedi Survivor 3-pack.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that too.
I'll skip that. And then which is a Riot Scout Trooper, a Magna Guard, and a KX security droid. I'll skip all that.
Sweet.
The TBS Gaming Greats, Riot Scout Trooper. I mean, it's cool. Yep. The blue shock with the blue baton with the shock effect.
Shockaton, yeah, lightning effect. I love that shield, dude, with that cool clear plastic red view. And by the way, Hasbro on the booth, what they did was they had empty DTOF cabinets, empty glass cases, and when the panel was over, people rushed to the floor and they were all there. So all the figures we're talking about are all there right up. They were all there right on the floor. I was able to take pictures, but in hand, they pretty much all look gorgeous, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's true. That is true, because that's one of the things we always say about, like, look, like looking on camera, they may look cool, they may look like shit. How does it look in hand? If it looks great in hand, you're like, I gotta get this. All right, so skipping to the Fall of the Jedi line, we got is it Ayla Secura?
Ayla Secura, yeah, from Attack of the Clones. Just striking red vest, awesome maroon, dark reds, and man, that blue pops in hand. This was the winner for me. And then the next one you talk about was the second one, but this was of all the toys revealed, just a beautiful sculpt. And people, you know, this was a pipeline reveal a while ago. People have been craving for an Ayla Secura, so yeah, we're finally getting some new Jedi. They're like, what about the new Jedi? We keep seeing like 1,000 Leias. But yeah, about time. Awesome. Just great.
Yeah, that does look great. Then the one that I do need is the Clone Wars Darth Maul, because I don't have Darth Maul collection. And I like the new sculpt, the consistent tats, beautiful packaging. I love that. And then the incredible face mold with Evil Grin. Look, watching Clone Wars and watching Rebels. Like, I'm watching Clone Wars right now. I'm starting that. I finished Rebels. Sam Whitmer did an amazing job as the voice of Darth.
Cool.
I need this Darth Maul. I just need this in my collection. All right, one that it's a hard pass. Sorry, man, but the Magistrate Grief Karga.
Well, the good news is there's still Grief Kargas on the shelf. And this is an updated, improved sculpt. You know, he's got the older, kind of the wiser beard going on, which is cool. I love his dress in this. He's the 24th Mandalorian figure, as I pointed out. You're gonna get this on clearance. I mean, I love Grief Karga. I think he's a great Carl Weathers, awesome character. But we've seen this thing. It's at damn Walgreens. So you know what? Be very patient, my young Padawans. If you want to improve your Grief Karga, you might be able to do it for $10 or $12. Just wait 4 or 5 months after the release. I know it's hard to do. We love pre-ordering. It's fun, but you can get this one on clearance. It's not a shot at this character. I think it's gorgeous. It's just we've seen Grief Karga. We've seen Lando. We've seen other characters. Khalil. They're filling up the pegs, and so it is what it is. So just wait and get it nice and cheap.
Agreed. And that's what kind of sucks, is by not getting it, you almost feel like, is this like a shot at the character? No, like Lando is a great character.
Awesome.
I mean, it's fucking Lando. Great Grief Karga.
Lando, the two newest Lando figures I have, they're some of the best figures around, and I don't know.
I just need them to go on clearance. I just once I don't know, like it's just like I don't know. Anyways,
Anyway.
And then Keel, like I love that character, but I don't have it in my collection. All right, going back to the vintage collection.
TVC, yeah.
The TVC, the Dark Trooper comes with pluggable charging locker. All right, look, that was actually kind of badass.
Very cool. I don't collect TVC, just letting you guys know. If you don't know, I have my Slave 1, which, by the way, I heard plenty of people saying Slave 1 in presentations.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to call it Boba Fett's Starship. I don't know what Disney's circling around and letting us call things the way they're supposed to be. But yeah, anyway, anyway, getting back at it, it's really cool. The things plug in. I'm not going to buy it, but if you got Cobra bats and you want to charge them with like a little, their O-ring, very cool. It's going to be expensive, but it's very cool.
And look, like I've had that Dark Trooper, like just like the solo one, like the DVC, like these, in my hand, and it is very tempting to buy that figure. It just is. It just is. But I kind of lean to just like buying the heroes. So, but I might end up picking that up. All right, now this one. Look, there's only there are 3 droids I will buy: R2D2, BB-8, and then the K2SO. Those are my 3 favorite droids. They're the only ones I want to spend money on.
No love for Chopper, man.
Oh, and Chopper. I do need to get Chopper. But I'm gonna wait because we're gonna get Chopper in Ahsoka, so we're gonna get a repaint of Chopper. I have no inclination to buy R2SHW from Antok Merrick's ship. Who, first off,
he's in the movie for 2 minutes for Rogue One, and he's got his own ship.
Cool. Not gonna get it.
Yeah. Anyway, fan channel stuff. So
fan
that's
channel
cool.
stuff. We got the Rebel Soldiers, the 4-pack, the armor building 4-pack. Look,
Echo Base Battle Gear.
Yes, I love the fact that Hasbro is making these like little army builders. Just for the fact that you don't have to go out and like buy like 4. Like, listen, we'll just give you 4-pack. There you go. If you want to buy multiple of 4-packs, go for it. Whatever. They're multiple. They're different faces, like removable hat, goggles. I think, and this is one of the things I will give Hasbro. They do listen to the fans, and they know that we're armor building. Okay, not all the time.
Most of the time.
70% of the time, they're getting a C. Okay, 75% of the time they're listening to fans. All right. Now.
So just to let everyone know, most of these. So I think those Rebel Soldier 4-pack will be a Pulse exclusive.
Yes,
I believe. And the gaming greats, of course, as you always know, those are GameStop. Gaming greats, GameStop. Ralph Mcquarrie set is a Disney store, Disney Park exclusive. But as we can see by that retro pack, that it wasn't hard to get on Disney Store, so don't panic. June 1st, Wednesday, June 1st, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Most of these things go on sale for pre-order, and then you're going to get them a year after you give a shit. But that's just the way the world works now with toys. So
pretty much. All right, now.
Pipeline
reveals. TVC, Paz Vizsla. Look, I've got 2 Paz Vizslas. I'm probably going to skip this one. Star Killer, Vader's Apprentice from the Force Unleashed.
Wait, but hold on. You have 2 Paz Vizsla's Black Series.
Yes.
This is the first TVC for people who collect the vintage. You have to be clear with people, my friend.
I am sorry. I've got 2 Paz Vizslas.
We don't want to
the
fuck
Black
up
Series. However, for the vintage collection, I will probably wait to see how this looks in hand. Now that I think about it, as a Mandalorian, I might wait to see how it looks in hand. Shut up. Star Killer, Raiders of Prince from Force Unleashed. That looked cool.
I want a Black Series Star Killer. Everybody does, but okay, TVC finally gets something first. Finally, go ahead, gang.
Fine. And then Hunter from the Bad Batch. So we're getting
you'll have to read it.
And look, I'm gonna wait to see how he looks in hand. He might look badass. He might look like shit. I don't know. I'll wait to see.
Which reminds me, what we're talking about. All right, Hasbro panel. You watched it, right, online?
Yeah.
These people are usually stiff as a board in their fan first, but I gotta say in the panel they were slightly more enjoyable to listen to. I thought they had more fun being at Star Wars Celebration than they did in Pawtucket or Zoom.
Yeah.
A little bit better, not quite Emily and Lenny, Joe Team or Marvel Legends, Dwight,
Right.
Dan, and whatever. But here's the deal, right? I love that they were kind of competing. The vintage collection of Black Series, they gave each other little like shots like you would at work. They brought it to the stage, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
And less Disney corporate esque. They were kind of like, oh, you're finally getting a Hunter, you're finally getting Paz Vizsla, and like, there some bragging rights, some jokes, the banter. Okay, can we see more? I think they're reading comments. Let's see more of this team because you guys are not unlikable people. People
No.
are going up to them in the booth. I almost wanted to get a picture with our guy Patrick Snyder, but then I felt like it was too hard of a troll job, so I kind of let it slip. But look, but we like these people. Just do better.
And you know what? 100%. And here's the thing. The G.I. Joe and the Marvel Legends, they've got that chemistry where they don't need to read off of their teleprompter, I guess. I guess with Star Wars, they had a bit more free reign. I guess I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but yeah, give us more of that, that not I'm gonna say freestyle. You've got your notes, but more of that camaraderie. There we go. All right, and then now Black Series pipeline. It's Knights of the Old Republic remakes. Shocker. Darth Malak and Bastilla Shan.
Awesome. Great. That's a great pipeline. People went crazy in the panel for that.
I'm sure they did.
Just went nuts.
Now, HasLab. This was a really weird HasLab. I think Patrick.
Here's where everything went to shit. So not in person. In person, people were nice. I think they're at Celebration. They're in, no matter what, you could be like, hey, we're gonna give you a HasLab. We're gonna give you like a broken droid, and you put it together, and people would go crazy. Yeah. But they gave us a $500 Force Effects Elite lightsaber, and people were nice. But then as soon as we know, they weren't so nice after. But go ahead, my friend.
Okay, so here's the thing. It is big. It's almost 6.5 feet long, double bladed. This is the third sister's lightsaber.
Reva, yeah.
Yeah, it's Reva's lightsaber. I think it was Patrick in the chat, in the GHG chat said it best. This shouldn't be a HasLab. This is should be a regular lightsaber. Because people will buy.
Yep. It's a reach. And dude, I thought with 5,000 backers, which is a lot less than normal for their normal HasLabs, I thought they would get it no problem. Ships and Fall, again, $500. I just looked, and as of
fall of 2023.
Fall of 2023, which is by then, are you gonna care about any of this? No. So I just looked. And I was shocked to see only 767 backers. This is usually there's an initial rush.
How do I put this nicely to Hasbro? Trying to find the right words here. After the colossal shit show of the Rancor,
literally.
They really should have come out with something a lot stronger out the gate. Now, granted, the lightsaber looked badass. They all look badass. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But $500 for this? Like, no. I'm tempted to get the Obi-Wan lightsaber because I love Obi-Wan. I think it looks great. I love the way and if this was, like, I don't know, 300. If this was a little chip. I think they're really reaching with 500. Like, look, because of what? The standard Force Effects lightsaber, like 150, 200?
180 to 225, depending on what it is. 300, I think, because it's a HasLab, I think if it's regular retail, $249. If it's a HasLab and you're funding, $299. And they said, there's no stretch goals, we're giving you everything. But it's a lightsaber, of course. Like, what else? How can you add on to that? I mean, it is what it built, what it is.
But here's the thing, is that for your standard, just say Obi-Wan, you get one hilt, one saber, $220. All right. You get one more saber, there's not that much more that goes into it. I think that 500 and needing 5,000 backers, like, It's gonna be. This is gonna be.
I thought 5,000 was a good number, but you don't even. They ain't even hit 1,000 yet, and we've sell it. This was revealed on Friday. It's Monday. They've had 3 or 4 days, and I think most of those 747 or whatever were 767 were in the damn panel. The diehards, and I think everybody at home's like, no, I think I'll use the $500 of non-stimulus money I have to buy a PS5 if I don't have one, or an Xbox Series X. Think about that. That's how much those consoles cost. A console, a video game console, or a lightsaber that just sits on your dresser that you show to maybe 3 people a year. I don't know. And the thing, it doesn't spin, which is what, they show Reva doing her Darth Maul whole thing, Inquisitor thing. It doesn't spin, and because that if it spin, people could get seriously hurt with it, right? But it doesn't detach like they talked about Darth Maul. The Clone Wars one coming out, his toy detaches, but this thing doesn't detach. So like that would those features would maybe make it worth 500 or 400, but they don't even do the things that this lightsaber does in the movies and shows.
So here I looked it up real quick just for reference. The Obi-Wan saber is $278. So $300 after taxes and shipping and handling. Fine.
Yeah.
All right. But okay, so since this is I know what they're going for. They're saying that because you can double lightsaber, it's almost double the price. But 500 for a cool. I mean, it's like getting a giant statue. Like, granted, like if you have someone who has another lightsaber, you have like lightsaber battles, and I see you see them all the time. Go for it. But 500 for a 7-foot long lightsaber at 5,000 backers, like for in a year and a half. Like, I'm sorry, I do not see it getting backed, and it's gonna be another loss for the Star Wars HasLab.
Well,
Just as
when I was in the panel, I told my buddy Dave, I was like, oh, 5,000. They got this. This room is going crazy. I guess the room had nowhere near 5,000 people, maybe a couple hundred people, because
exactly.
I mean, shit. I can't believe it. That just, I get it. The price is high, but I figured Star Wars fans will pay for anything. This is proof they will not.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I don't know how unless they add the features I just mentioned, because it's got the LED technology. It's got the cool, like, you can hear it cutting the wall, that whole thing. It's got cool lighting effects and everything, and we'll show some, like, video on here and pictures and stuff. But it's the price. $299 would have been sold out.
Oh yeah.
Maybe would have been almost sold. I would think $299 sold out, and then they could be like, "That's the way you do it." We had a successful HasLab, and then the next one, maybe you price it up a little bit. You get people like,
I think you do 350 or 400 round up, and that way, like, look, it's double the cost, or it's more expensive than a normal lightsaber, and it's not the 500, which is like the price of a PS5. And a PS5 that can play video games and movies and watch TV on.
To do everything. Yeah.
Everything. So look, will this get back? No, I don't think so.
No.
Finally, the Black Series archive new reveals.
Okay, so these were not revealed in the panel, but our friends from the Hasbro team showed them off the next day, and one of these, like, it was online during the celebration stream, and I was like, why didn't you mention this in the panel? But there's a rhyme and a reason for everything. But here you go. Go ahead.
We're getting the Bouche Princess Leia Organa from Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
Grand Moff Tarkin from New Hope. Cool. Han Solo from The Force Awakens with a new sculpt. Cool. I would probably pass on that one, but I will get Chewie from A New Hope because I don't have Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why when people go, oh, why are we getting all that? Look, the same reason with Marvel Legends and you, like, I didn't jump into the Black Series at the beginning, so I can get now my Darth Maul. I can get my Chewbacca like 5-10 years later. Fine, I'll wait.
So Marvel Legends is doing that legacy line, and they began with the Wakanda, the Black Panther figures that we're getting. So this is what the archive. They've been doing this for a while now, and a lot of them are fan voting. Look, this is the only time that a repack and a repaint is okay for me, because it's an archive line. they're figures that are either really expensive on the second market, and they get a chance to do photo real face scans update, or just figures that are they're just not in existence. I mean, unless you find them at a flea market or something. So now you can get your hands on like the Force Awakens Han Solo. I don't have it. I think it's gonna wind up on clearance. So I'm gonna wait and get it. But Bouche Leia is the winner here. I will pre-order that. A lot of people want that. That's a good one.
Okay. Fair. All right. So overall, what would you put the wussy score at?
Man, I left the panel happy. I wasn't overwhelmed like it was the greatest thing ever, but Ayla, Darth Maul, great pipeline, great presentation. I mean, when I was in the panel, they had the DJ going on, they got the crowd pumped. They really cared. It didn't feel like a Comic-Con panel where it was like 5 people, dull as crap, like their fan first. They really brought the energy, and they needed to. The crowd liked it. But man, that HasLab sucking the life out of me. I mean, part of me is like happy because I'm saving $500 again because I didn't back the Rancor, I didn't back this. But man, I collect Star Wars, I collect Black Series. I want to be invested in this, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's nice to save money, but you want to take part of it. I crowdfunded everything for G.I. Joe's, like all these other Kickstarters. And the Star Wars, I don't want to invest in this stuff. It's really sad. I'm going to be nice because the panel was great. The booth was great. I got a VIP ticket. Thank you. Awesome. I'm going to go 3.75. This was a very strong comeback compared to the 1s and the 2s and all that, the low zeros, the low scores we've been giving this team and their product in the last 3 streams. This was a great comeback. I think overall people are really happy with what they're saying. Again, I'm not a TVC guy, so I think they probably killed it for TVC. It's hard for me to even judge that because I'm not a TVC guy, but I know TVC fans are happy. Black Series fans are overall pretty happy. There's more archives. They had a great weekend. Star Wars Celebration was a lot of fun. So let's just say it like that.
That's fair. I'm gonna go a little higher than you because I didn't sit through the panel. Like I watched them. Like I kind of fast forward to look through it, see the reveal. So just based off the figures, look, I'm gonna give it a 4. And the reason why is because the last few episodes that we have done with Star Wars have been absolute garbage. They've been hot dumpster fires. And that's because we have a bunch of repaints, and the stiff as a board, and like there's no feeling, no fun. And they might just be awkward, but look, they were giving it their all in this. You felt that like, all right, you know what? Let's go have fun. And I think that really did come through. And look, yes, the HasLab is gonna be a loss. That's gonna be a hit on them. But I think Star Wars, like the toys looked amazing. Like that Obi-Wan, like I already pre-ordered that. Like I'm gonna pre-order like all the Inquisitors. I'm gonna get those. Like I'm not a bad guy collector. Those are badass. Like that Grand Inquisitor, that the 5th brother, like Sung Kang, dude, he brings us a sinisterness to the show. Like I love it. Like the TVC,
they're cool.
Like look, I'm getting my Chewie, I'm getting my Darth Maul. Like I'm gonna pass on the TVC stuff because I don't need an army build. But still, here's the thing. If you do collect TVC, they looked fantastic. They really did.
Yeah, they very much updated these face sculpts and molds for TVC. So,
the Dark Trooper. The Dark Trooper looks great.
It's a good reveal. Yeah, the 3-pack is fun. There was a lot of great pipeline. Yeah. Now the more you talk, the more I feel bad. But I gotta consider that HasLab. That's another 0. I can't dismiss that, dude. I just can't.
I get that.
Minus the HasLab, this is a 4.25 weekend.
Agreed.
But the HasLab is like that's another 1 or 2 out of 5, and it's, as you can see, only less than 800 backers out of 5,000. I don't see a push without stretch goals. I don't really see another push unless they decide to lower the price, and we know they didn't do it for Rancor. So it's a big blow. It's a
big hard L.
Yeah.
Another.
Yeah, I can't ignore it. I can't ignore it. I'm sorry. I wish I
That's
could
fine.
because
No,
I
no, no, it's
really, yeah.
But on the plus side, that's more money you don't have to spend. So
Okay, 5 out of 5 then.
let's not be stupid. All right.
5 whiskeys.
All right. With that is episode 76. We do have more Obi-Wan coming. And just because we're talking, Star Wars and Disney, don't forget that next week we get Ms. Marvel. So episode 77. I don't know what that's gonna be just yet.
I'm gonna do an unboxing of the Gridiron Kickstarter, the howitzer vehicle,
Okay.
World War II gun vehicle, and in some of the plunder. And shout out to Ringside Collectibles because I just got opened a care package and it's tremendous. So
Nice.
we'll be working on some stuff soon. I know we took a 2-week kind of a hiatus. I went on another podcast, Heels and Faces, talk some wrestling and stuff, but there's just so much going on this weekend. So glad to have all you guys back. Episode 76.
I won't lie. I might have to do an unboxing as well. I will do it on TikTok because I got my X-Men, and I can talk about.
Did you?
I did, and I can talk.
I got one too.
I can.
Well, yeah.
I actually. Here's the thing. I actually really like their plastic-free packaging.
That'll be the cliffhanger for the next episode.
For the
next Marvel.
Exactly. For Travis, I am Bobby. We will see you in the toy aisles. Peace.
May the force be with you all.